luck, gentlemen. First, welcome to the dating game, a real estate salesman who keeps getting dumped by his girlfriends because he has lots on his mind. Oh. You're right. Tennis, snow skiing, and backgammon are among his interests. From Chicago, Illinois, Joel Delman. Joel, good luck to you. Bachelor number 2 is a clinical psychologist who became famous in his native land of Portugal when he stood up on a table at a convention of analysts and said, "I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy." Oh, he's into all sports. He loves traveling parties. Let's hear it for Jack Batista. And this unfortunate bachelor was recently fired from his job as assistant manager of a leading supermarket for playing with the pickle slicer. By the way, they fired her, too. His hobbies include cars, boating, and practical jokes. Say hello to identical twin Loren Blumberg. Loren, good luck. And those are our bachelors set up for game number 2. And now our beautiful young lady is ready, so let's meet her right now. You might refer to this lovely little lass as the proverbial optimist. Recently, she fell off a 20-story building, and as she passed each floor, she yelled, "So far, so good." She's a business major, a skier, and she loves taking long drives. Here's Marlena Cruz. Hello, Marlena. How are you? Good to see you. You're giggling.
I am.
Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
All right, we're going to see how well you can do. Of course, you can't lose. One of the bachelors will be your date no matter what. You have to choose the one you think you like the best.
I know.
All right. Okay, let's go now. All right, you can ask them anything except their name, age, occupation, or income.
All right, let's have the gentleman say, ouch. Say hello to Marlena. Number 1, would you say hello to Marlena?
Good evening, Marlena.
All
Love
right,
to do some
no-
skiing with you sometime.
Oh, very good. Number 2.
Good evening, dear Marlene.
And number 3.
Good evening, Marlena. It's the secret word is driving. How you doing?
Okay. And I want to warn the guys, don't laugh. All right, have a seat, Marlena. Make yourself comfortable. All right, here we go. We're about to start. Good luck. And you may question when you're ready, Marlena.
Okay, bachelor number 1. What can you do with a girl with large ears?
The same thing I can do with a girl with small ears, only longer.
What's that, bachelor number 1? What can you do with a girl with small ears?
Well, a girl with small ears, you can take her places and say things, and possibly if something comes out that you didn't mean to say, she won't hear.
Oh, okay. Number 2, the same question.
Number
Number
2.
2, are you there?
Hello.
Yeah,
Hello.
can you repeat?
What are you going to do with a girl with large ears? Number 2?
Well, I will talk to her and try to tell a lot of jokes and.
Okay, you sound exciting, number 2. All right. Okay, bachelor number 3. Hi.
Hello.
Let me hear a noise you'd never think of making on a date with me.
Ouch!
Oh, what did I just do to you?
Oh, but no, they bloop us. I can't say it.
Oh, okay.
Take me on a date, and I'll be glad to whisper in those large, luscious ears.
Oh, okay. Now, number 1, what kind of noise would you make?
Oh, please, more.
Number 1. Ooh. Okay, we better
Oh,
go
I
to
love
number
this.
2. Number 2, is your bed a Republican or a Democrat? And why?
Well, I don't think it's neither because I don't think it's too much into the political aspect.
Oh, that's too bad. Okay. Number.
I think it's he's an independent.
Oh, he's independent.
Yes.
Oh, it kind of does what it wants to do, right?
Uh-huh. I think you missed one part that probably is the socialism.
Oh, number 3. What is your bed a Republican or a Democrat?
It would be a Democrat.
Why?
Freedom of choice. Satin sheets or silk.
Oh, number 3. That's nice. You sound real smooth. Okay.
Well, take me on a date, and we can find out.
Oh, you're smooth. Okay, number 1. If there were no plastic surgeons around, how would you give a girl an emergency nose job? Number 1.
I prefer using I prefer doing things myself and with my hands.
Oh, a handyman, huh?
You might say. You might say that.
Well, that's good to know. Number 2, how would you give a girl an emergency nose job? I love these questions.
Well, I'll try to do it myself and try to do it very smooth and sweet, so you find I'll make your nose very perfect with my sensitive hands.
You will?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thanks. Number 3, what kind of love do teenagers experience?
Well, it could be puppy love, but
Puppy love?
in our case, we wouldn't be teenagers, I don't think. So we'd be adult toys.
Adult toys? Like
Yes.
Barbie and Ken? No.
More or less.
No.
And we could play doctor and house.
Oh, okay. Number one, I'm unemployed right now. Do you have some work for me?
I sure do.
You do? What?
Well, actually, right now, I'm looking for someone that could spend a lot of time with me and enjoy doing the things that I do.
Oh,
And
good.
hopefully someone who likes the outdoors and is very sensitive and sincere.
Oh, you sound nice, number one.
Well, you sound very nice. Give me a chance and you'll find out.
Number 2, what kind of work do you have for me? I mean, seeing as I don't have a job.
Well, I'll
Where
ask.
are you from, number 2? You sound just
I'm funny. I'll ask it for you to be my secretary. Then what I do.
What kind of work? Oh, I can't. Oh, okay, go on.
I thought you were asking me the same question.
I am.
Oh,
Yes.
then I'll ask you to be my secretary. Then I'll take you all over the world to be my acquaintance and to take some kind of short notes on top of all the fun that you can enjoy.
Oh, okay. That sounds nice. Number 3, what do you do to look rich?
Oh, I spread some rich topping on me.
Oh, that was a good one.
All right, Marlena, that's it. Now try and relax and make up your mind, okay? She seemed to like them all. We'll find out which one Marlena will choose when we come back and find out her decision right after this message. Don't go away.
Our dating game runners-up for Game 2 will receive an assortment of Thompson natural vitamins, no artificial colors, no sugar or preservatives. Every Thompson product is dated for freshness, available in health food stores everywhere. Plus pork for plenty of mouth-watering variety and lots of lean eating. It's a natural, furnished by national pork producers. Plus, natural-style Mott's applesauce, a special apple blend without added sugar or preservatives for the calorie-conscious of those preferring natural foods. Plus, a year's supply of Centrum, Letterly's new multivitamin, multi-mineral tablets. Centrum contains 21 vitamins and minerals, more than any leading brand. Now back to Jim Lang and the dating game.
Thank you, Johnny. And welcome back to the dating game with Giggles Marlena. You were super, Marlena. You really did a job trying to find out about those guys. Now, the magic question. Which one gets the date? Will it be bachelor number 1, bachelor number 2, or bachelor number 3? Who is that lucky fella?
Number 1.
Number 1. All right. Bachelor number 1 is the winner. Is there any particular reason why?
Well, he liked the outdoors, and he was going to take me to all those nice places.
Okay.
I'll try him.
Okay, well, you're having second thoughts, aren't you? All right. Well, you did it. Number 1 is the guy, and I'm sure he's delighted, and you'll be happy with him. But before you meet him, let's meet the other bachelors. Bachelor number 2 loves to travel and give parties, and he wanted you to be a secretary. He's a psychologist. His country is Portugal. You notice the accent there?
Yeah.
Say hello to Jack Batista. Jack, come on and say hello to Marlena, please. Good job, Jack. It was great. You also didn't choose number 3, Marlena, and he's into cars and boats and likes to tell jokes. And I'd like you to meet Loren Blumberg. Loren, you come on over here and say hi, if you would, please. Well, we have some nice gifts for you, Loren. Maybe some whipped cream so you can look rich. Put it all over your body there. And thank you so much, Jack. And come back and see us again, okay? Thank you very much. And there they go. They weren't chosen. You chose number 1. This is the moment. You're a little nervous, isn't it? Well, there's a guy over there I'd like you to meet. Bachelor number 1. Let me tell you something about him. Loves to ski. He's a skier, and he's an outdoor. I know you like that. He's into backgammon. He's a real estate man from Chicago, Illinois. Originally, Joel Delman. Joel, come on and say hi to Marlena, please. Well, you're going to get along fine. Joel, would you just rub her back for a moment? Just rub her back a little. That's good. Not too hard. There. See, I can't let you go on your date without... Well, I can't go with you on your date, and I just wanted to see what you look like rubbing suntan oil on her back on the wonderful vacation that you're going on to the beautiful desert resort of Palm Springs, California. You'll be a world apart from the crowds in this bountiful desert community that basks in luxurious setting. You'll follow that desert sun to your retreat in the heart of Palm Springs. The roadway in air-conditioned luxury with strolling distance of world-famous Palm Canyon Drive's finest shops. The roadway features 108 contemporary rooms and suites with 2 beautiful pools, a therapeutic pool, and a sauna. And you'll dine in the elegant atmosphere of Delmonico's of Palm Springs. And, of course, to cater your every need, here's a recent photograph of your dating game chaperone, John March. Isn't that a beautiful... Hey, Marlena, thank you so much. Congratulations. Come on over here. We'll say goodbye, all right? Come on back, Vic. Move over just a little bit. Christy, thank you. Good luck to you in the Rams, all right? Congratulations, okay? Have fun. Is that real? All right. Jim Lang saying thanks, bye-bye, and hope you always get the date you really want. Ready to throw a kiss? Let's go. Here we go.
Transportation for some couples provided by Schoenlaw Chevrolet in Hollywood, celebrating its 50th anniversary in 1979.
Excoriation of the trial judge for having lost control of the trial, and that resulted in a reversal of a criminal conviction on habeas corpus. And the reason...
And served with garden fresh vegetables, a baked potato with all the fixings, and garlic cheese bread. All for an incredible $7.99. Caro's prime rib dinner. Rare, medium, and very well done.
If you're not shopping at Ross...
You're paying too much for name brand and designer clothing.
And who wants to do that?
By now, you're probably aware of Oldsmobile's value pricing philosophy.
Elsewhere, that's extra, but here it's all included.
Right.
That's what you mean by value pricing.
But maybe you weren't aware that right now you can drive a brand new value-priced Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme, including a V6 airbag, anti-lock brakes, air, automatic, and plenty of other power goodies for only $17,195.
Right.
And with the 95 models coming, it sounds like a good idea to see your Oldsmobile retailer right now. It's your month.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the center ring we present Ed McBain walking a tightrope of suspense without a net.
There was a little girl, the death-defying new mystery from Ed McBain.
Washington apples. They're as good as you've heard.
Channel 4's Brits Coleman. Weather coverage you can count on.
Getting set to close down shop on this election morning. What is that?
It's a high. It's a little koala bear.
Oh,
It's a high from Sydney,
Not
Australia.
koala bear, koala.
Koala, sorry.
Period.
Koala.
Yeah.
That's sort of like chicken coq au vin to say koala bear. It's redundant.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, it is.
They're not koala bears?
They're not a bear.
Oh, they're not a bear.
marsupials, yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
So it's like
Excuse me
saying,
for living.
Like saying, see the little koala dog? I mean, it's like, no, it's not a bear. But anyway.
I learn so much from you every day.
Unbelievable.
Thank
Did you know
you.
today was election day?
Yeah.
NBC will have NBC News will have a special tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Time, 9 Central, bring you up to speed on all the results. And if you don't feel like staying up for that, join us here tomorrow morning because we'll have a busy day.
Absolutely.
You got that right. Take care. Have a good election day. We'll see you tomorrow.
Today, America's favorite morning program. And NBC News, now more than ever. It's time to vote Decision 94. Who'll win, lose, and how will the outcome change government? Watch Tom Brokaw as the results come in. Get close, get answers on NBC Nightly News tonight.
I like these calm little moments before the storm.
A ruthless cop who crossed the line. An innocent girl who escaped the hit.
Find her.
A professional assassin
Don't help me, I'll die tonight.
who's about to change the odds.
Bring me everyone.
The Professional. Rated R. At theaters November 18th.
The marriage test everyone should take. Today at 5.
Now, Today in LA at 8:56 with Kathy Vara.
And good morning, everyone. Here's what's happening on this Election Day Tuesday. Financially troubled Continental Airlines makes it official today. Its maintenance shop at LA International will close. That means 1,500 employees will lose their jobs as of Friday. At one time, Continental's entire operation was headquartered in Los Angeles. It has been in bankruptcy twice in recent years. Time now for a check on the weather with Christopher. It was raining earlier.
Raining just a little bit. It's starting to ease up now, but don't let that deter you. Kathy and I, we voted absentee. Hey, now it's up to you guys. Here's our live shot. You can see a little gray out there, but we're going to see sunshine before the day's over. Numbers, please. Downtown Los Angeles, 56 degrees. Irvine, 56. And Burbank, 54. Maps are in motion. This is what's going on. We've got another storm that's building. This one is weakening. Another storm headed towards us by Saturday. Look at the highs for today. 60s and 70s around Southern California. All in all, lots of sunshine by the end of the day. It's a gorgeous day. Hey, Paul Johnson, happy Wednesday to you, buddy.
Same to you, my friend. Serious signal now on the 405 San Diego Freeway southbound before Wilshire Boulevard. Left 3 lanes are closed. Multi-vehicle injury collision. You are jammed solid back to the 118 freeway. Second signal alert on the 118 eastbound transition to the Golden State Freeway southbound. That is still closed. Big rig over the side and fuel spill. Traffic jam back to Balboa. Drive carefully. Paul Johnson, Metro Traffic. Kathy.
All right, thanks a lot, Paul. This is a welcome day for George Raveling and the USC basketball team. Coach Raveling is scheduled for release from the hospital this morning. He has been recovering from extensive injuries suffered in a car accident last September. The time right now, 8:57. Back with more in just a moment.
MCI has important news that will have the whole world talking.
Now, Friends Around the World gives you the lowest priced international calls to any 3 numbers you choose. And not just for a limited time. You'll get great savings every week of the year to more than 280 countries and places worldwide. It's never been easier to call the people you choose. Call MCI today and join Friends Around the World. It's the best way in the world to save.
And a check on Wall Street, the Dow is now up 19.51. Trading is moderate. We have an Election Day reminder. Channel 4 will have complete coverage of results this evening. We plan live updates during prime time and a roundup starting at 10. If you can't stay up late, Today in LA will have all the results tomorrow morning. That wraps it up for us. Have a great day. Stay safe.
For 90 minutes of morning news, watch Today in LA at 5:30 with Ken Shondon and Kathy Vara.
Claims of alien abductions.
My body was to become the host for this fetus.
For breeding experiments. The Other Side.
This morning at 9. From this date forward, television evolves. Zenith introduces Starsight, the world's most intelligent on-screen program guide with one-button recording feature.
Today, a very special treat, banana cream pie.
Starsight. From chaos comes order.
On the far frontiers of science,
we're on the verge of something fantastic.
The inconceivable.
Let's put a bun in your oven.
Has become reality.
I'm pregnant.
From Universal Pictures and Ivan Reitman.
Alex, you look radiant.
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Feel how soft my skin is.
Danny DeVito.
This can't be happening.
Emma Thompson.
This is just so male.
Julie.
My nipples are very sensitive.
Rated PG-13. Due Wednesday, November 23rd at theaters everywhere.
The simple things you can do to improve the value of your home. Tonight at 6.
The program you're about to see takes an objective look at psychic phenomena, ESP, ghosts, alternative healing, and more. It features real people who claim to have experienced the other side of everyday existence. Today, on The Other Side, whether you're a believer...
I was put on a table, and they took eggs from me by a long needle.
Or a skeptic.
These are what we call false memories.
These may be the most disturbing stories you've ever heard.
I woke up in the process of the fetus being removed from my body.
Is anybody safe? Are aliens breeding with humans today?
Welcome to The Other Side. When I was approached by the producers about doing this show on this topic, I felt, and this is about as far out as anything I'd ever heard. On the other hand, it's been the subject of scientific research, bestsellers, not to mention that 75% of Americans believe.
The cameras waiting for the attorneys outside the courthouse. Johnny Cochran is here. Robert Shapiro is not. Mr. Cochran and Mr. Shapiro, of course, oppose any ban on cameras in the courtroom. They want the public to be able to see everything that happens in the court proceeding, although there is some concern about right now what may happen with the jurors that have been impaneled, even though they are under the strict rules not to pay any attention to any news coverage. Attorneys for representing various news organizations, networks, newspapers, radio outlets, and of course the ACLU are here. They have filed extensive briefing papers with the court, citing their reasons to oppose any ban on cameras in the courtroom. It is the judge's discretion largely, but the feeling here is that the camera ban will not be imposed and that we will be able to see continuous live coverage of the sentencing proceedings.
All right, Phil, thank you very much. Again, the number one issue on the agenda today is cameras in the courtroom. We are going to take a quick break. We'll be back with more coverage right after this.
Donald Premack always wanted to be a dentist.
It was a dream that carried with it sleepless nights, hours of studying, and 2 part-time jobs to pay for it all. But on June 3rd, 1976, Donald Premack graduated dental school. Because of the rewards his life as a dentist has brought him, Dr. Premack still finds time to teach dentistry, to give back a little of what was given to him. 1-800-DENTIST salutes its membership of dentists, like Donald Premack.
A good meat cutter is somebody that knows exactly what the customer wants. I'm happy with the responsibility of personally signing each package that I display in my counter. So I make certain that everything that receives my signature is of utmost quality.
At Lucky, we're committed to giving you our best in the meat department and every department.
This week, save on Butterball Turkey, frozen just 69 cents a pound. Texas Rio Star Red Grapefruit, 4 for $1. And Pillsbury Plus Cake Mix, only 59 cents. Lucky, the low price leader every day.
I invite people to come to the Whole Life Expo. The Whole Life Expo is a platform that allows people to talk about new discoveries in health and vitamins and subjects you don't hear in the general public. And I go shopping. I find wonderful clothes and jewelry that's fabulous. The Whole Life Expo is a big win for everybody.
For information, call 310-399-2992 or come to the LAX Hilton Friday, Saturday, Sunday, November 11th through 13th.
I needed to go to the dentist. I called almost everyone in the area, and no one could offer what Western Dental can.
At Western Dental, you only pay about half the price of what you'd pay at a regular dentist. We have very low monthly payment plans with no interest charged that anyone can afford.
So make it easy on yourself. Just call the right number.
If you have insurance or Denti-Cal, or if you need a payment plan, make sure you call the right number, 1-800-6-DENTAL. Would removing cameras from the courtroom be a disservice to the public? These are some of the more than 12,000 letters who have written asking him to yank the cameras from the courtroom, and that's the decision we're expected to hear this morning. Will the cameras be yanked or not?
Certainly there's been an extraordinary amount of pretrial publicity here. The latest came last night on the Larry King Show when President Clinton said, and I'm paraphrasing here, he said, "I think the pretrial publicity is more damaging than the possibility of broadcasting the coverage of the trial itself." The hearing this morning is called a 980 hearing. It's a hearing to determine whether cameras should be allowed in the courtroom. Jim Avila is standing by in the newsroom right now to tell us more about that. Jim?
And in fact, Colleen, what you're seeing up on the screen there is, in fact, what a 980 ruling is about. And this is, of course, all began back on September 22nd, when the judge was upset about what he called erroneous reports that were on KNBC Channel 4 News about DNA results allegedly brought back from socks found at the Simpson mansion. It was that day that the judge decided that he might have to ban cameras from the courtroom in what he called a 980 hearing. Let's go to that graphic now. It gives the judge the power to throw cameras out to, quote, preserve the dignity of the court or to ensure the fair trial for a defendant. The 980 statute is the statute which allows the cameras to be in the courtroom, but it still gives a judge the power to throw them out if there's a problem with either the dignity of the courtroom or to ensure a fair trial for the defendant. Now, it was on September 22nd that the judge first brought this up, and he was angry about some reports in the media, and it's then that he first threatened to throw the cameras out. Let's hear the judge.
So I don't have physically the time to take this matter up today. However, at an appropriate time next week, I'm going to hold a 980 hearing, and I'm contemplating terminating the media coverage in this case.
So what the judge has to balance now are his concerns for a fair trial for O.J. Simpson and also the media's right to publish and to publicize what's going on inside that courtroom. Now, there are arguments for and against throwing the cameras out and for having the cameras in. Let's put up some graphics here about the arguments for courtroom cameras. The arguments for the courtroom cameras include a free press, an education for the public, being able to see the courtroom proceedings for themselves, and also the fact that having cameras in the courtroom can build public confidence in the jury system itself. They'll be able to see, in fact, what was going on inside the courtroom for themselves and ensure whether or not it's a fair trial. Now, against courtroom cameras is the fact that it will limit the exposure to the jury, possibly, things that were seen in court during the day. They wouldn't be able to go back to their hotel rooms or their homes and watch television and see things that happened outside the courtroom. The judge also believes it's a possibility that it could tone down some of the coverage if the court cameras are not in the courtroom. And it also is obviously an effort to punish the media for alleged excesses of the trial, of what's been going on during the trial. So that's what's at stake in the first part of today's hearings, which include the argument specifically for and against cameras in the courtroom. There'll be plenty of attorneys inside the courtroom when we go to the courtroom. We'll see attorneys for for a lot of media organizations, attorneys for the ACLU, plus the judges balancing that with, as you mentioned, Chuck and Colleen, the public outrage of what's been going on as far as coverage here is concerned, and the 12,000 letters that the judge says he's gotten on this issue.
Jim, very quickly, we've just gotten the 2-minute warning, meaning court should begin in just a few minutes. Is this an all-or-nothing situation? Can the judge, in fact, limit the amount of camera coverage in the courtroom?
Well, he can decide that certain issues, he may decide that the DNA issue, which is about to be argued in the next month, must be closed down and have no cameras in the courtroom. Some have suggested that so that those in the jury, before they get to the box, would not be hearing the DNA arguments. That's a possibility. He's also, of course, eliminated cameras in the courtroom for jury selection. So, yes, there is a middle ground there.
Okay, when it comes to making decisions in the courtroom, Judge Ito is the commander-in-chief. He can turn those cameras on, he can turn them off, he can turn the audio on and off. Let's go to Manny Medrano now, who's with us again this morning. And Manny, I guess the question is, hasn't Judge Ito really already made this decision? I mean, neither the prosecution nor the defense is opposed to the cameras. Hasn't he had plenty of time to make the decision already?
Absolutely, but it seems like a long time, but it really hasn't been. The short clip that Jim Avila showed the general public right now was from on or about October 3, and at that time a very angry Judge Ito set today's November 7th Section 980 hearing. So it hasn't been that long ago, but frankly, if we follow the track record of Judge Ito, he tends to make his decisions sort of in advance, thinks about it, hears oral argument, and then makes a decision right there in open court, or takes it under submission and issues a written decision at a later time. Also, if I may, I'd like to follow up a thought with Jim Avila's ideas right now in terms of the pros and cons of this Section 980 here. And if we can pull up this graphic dealing with the First versus the Sixth Amendment issues, and that's really what this entire case involves. I take it our graphic isn't ready, but the bottom line is this. On the one hand is O.J. Simpson's Sixth Amendment right to a fair trial by a fair and impartial jury. Contrast that with the First Amendment right of the general public to follow the proceedings. These two amendments dovetail, interweave, and often you have clashes. And when you have clashes, that's what's led to today's Section 980 hearing. And speaking of that hearing, the language in the statute is very specific. And basically, Judge Ito has it within his discretion to throw out cameras if it's in the interest of justice. Now, what does that mean? And notice our graphics here now. As to the Sixth Amendment issue, is O.J. Simpson getting a fair trial? And that's Judge Ito's concerns. The second issue is whether or not there have been abuses or excesses with, for example, tabloid journalism. That, again, is another factor that led Judge Ito to hold this Section 980 hearing. But there's reasons to allow the cameras in. Number one, and more fundamentally and paramount, it fosters confidence in the judicial system. And that's very important. And also, ironically, also serves to protect the rights not only of O.J. Simpson, but other defendants generally. So you really have some powerful clashing elements and aspects here with regard to the First and Sixth Amendment. And the bottom line is Judge Ito today has a very difficult decision. The general consensus appears to be that Judge Ito will probably not throw out the cameras, but Doug Morrell and other lawyers who are working to represent the media's interests are going to go into court today. And if Judge Ito will allow them, you will hear extended oral argument by the lawyers as to why the cameras should remain in the courtroom.
Manny, there really is no opposition side except for the questions that Judge Ito may ask. Is that correct?
That's essentially right, because a very good point has been made this morning. Neither the prosecution nor the defense has come out in favor of banning those cameras. And frankly, I don't think they would want to, because those cameras help the defense and help the prosecution. The only one that, at this juncture at least, that has any concerns about it is Judge Ito, and as far as I'm aware of, no one has filed any briefs or motions supporting Judge Ito's effort or concern about the cameras and possibly throwing out. Frankly, the only support, if we can call it that, is the thousands of letters that Judge Ito has received from the general public reinforcing the concern that perhaps the cameras should be thrown out of the courtroom.
All right, Manny, again, as I said earlier, we have received a 2-minute warning from the Criminal Courts Building in downtown Los Angeles. We're going to squeeze in a quick break here. We'll be back in just a moment with O.J. Simpson pretrial hearing.
beautiful. Oh no, not the Regina.